Hello everyone, today I'm going to show you how I achieved these nails with Canni Jelly Gel Builder Gel. It's my first attempt, so please bear with me. I'm going to start off by using the Canni primer on all of my nails. This is air dried and takes seconds. So once that's all dry, we go ahead then with the Canni base coat. You just need to put a very thin layer on. Make sure it doesn't flood the cuticles, and if you do, then just wipe off with a Q stick, or as I did with my dotting tool, one of the very fine ones. So I carry on putting the base coat on for now. I have sped this up because obviously you all know how to put base coat on. These forms I got from AliExpress. They are absolutely brilliant, really sticky, but you've got all sorts of shapes that you can use. The stiletto ends, I go for the oval. I can't have really long nails because I type a lot, so my nails get in the way, so I don't have them too long. You just need to line them up with the centre down the middle of the nail. Make sure it's all fully secure. And I'm using number 325, which is a nude colour. I thought it won't be quite so obvious if I make mistakes. It is very sticky and stringy. Again, I've sped this up. I don't want to bore you too much because it is quite painful. My first attempt on camera, so I'm lining up with the second line. Because it is quite clear, it's hard to see where you're going, but it goes on fantastically. If I can do it, then anybody can do it. It's not perfect by any stretch of the imagination, but it does the job, and I will keep practicing. But it doesn't flood, which is really good. So if you are a complete novice like myself, then it's really helpful that it doesn't sort of spread into the cuticles and makes a real mess. But it goes on really well. It's lovely stuff. I just need to practice a little bit more. And actually watching these videos helps, because I can see what I'm doing wrong. So next time, hopefully I'll do it a little bit more right. Sorry if I keep going off camera as well. It's really awkward trying to do it. I've cured in the lamp for 60 seconds, and these things are really sticky. I had to end up cutting it off with scissors because it was really tough. And there's the finished article. Well, it's not finished, but that's the first layer. Then I'll go in with another thin layer over the top. And the nice thing about this jelly gel is you can actually use it, paint it on, as opposed to just string it as well. You know, so if you just want to cover your natural nail just to give it an extra strength under gel or under normal polish, it's really good. I have got lots of extra bits on the side there which I will file off. It's easy to file, it's nice and soft, but that extra layer there just gives it a little bit more strength. Just going in with another one. I won't do all of them on camera, but just to give you an idea of how I get on as I progress. I've got really wide nails and I have long nail beds. That's why I don't go too far down the form, because I do have long nail beds anyway, so I don't need them extremely long. But you've got the numbers there on the form, so there is a guide to try and get them all the same length. That's my problem with these. Because I don't like square, it's trying to get all the shapes the same. It's really difficult for me. but I'm stringing the gel onto the nail form, and then I'll sort of gradually build up onto the actual nail bed. I think what I should have done also was put a very thin layer of the gel before I put the main layer on, but it's a learning curve for myself. But it does go on really easily. I was quite surprised. I did actually order the hard jelly gel from Canni, and I tried that and I didn't get on with that at all. It was way too hard, and it just didn't stick. It just went on in a lump. But I will use that to make 3D gels. I'll just mix the hard jelly gel with some Canni paint to make a 3D gel. So that's my second nail. Again, I've got a little bit in the cuticles. It doesn't flood, it's just me being overzealous with the gel. But it's a nice smooth finish, as opposed to the hard jelly gel, which was really came out all ridged, and it was really quite hard. Again, I'm having a lot of problems getting that off. It looks a bit weird. It looks a funny shape, but I think once it's filed down it'll be fine. If you're thinking of doing it, all I would say is just have a go. I mean, the jelly gel is not, it's about £5 for a pot, which is really reasonable, I think. So even if you waste some practicing, I'm going in with a third one here. It looks really weird sped up, but to stop you all being too bored. You can see on my finger there that's in the forefront, I've actually filed that down already, and it looks okay. I haven't top coated it or anything. I'm actually going to do a design on this hand, which will be my next video. So watch out for that one. These red forms were from AliExpress, and they were really a really good price, because I've seen those again on other channels, and they're quite expensive, but I bought about 500 and they were really quite inexpensive. Again, that looks really weird, the shape, but it will file down fine. But again, like I say, it's a learning curve for me, and hopefully yourselves. If you want to give it a go, I would say just try. I don't know that I'd do it on camera again. I think it might be easier to do it off camera. But before you file down, you need to wipe off the tacky layer. And I'll attempt to file this on camera, but it keeps going off. But it looks, you know, it's easy to file, it's nice and soft. And this really is just to get the shape, because I've put it on quite thick so that I can correct errors. Although I suppose if I put it on thin, I might not have errors to correct. Sorry if I'm waffling on a bit. So as you can see, although that came out really weird, jaggedy and everything else, it's shaping up quite nicely. I think it might be easier to try having square nails. Maybe I'll do that next time. And then finish off with a top coat. I'm using the Canni top coat, which came from my recent haul from Canni Express. That just gives it a nice glossy finish, but obviously if you're putting a colour on, then you don't need to top coat. You can go straight in with the colour. Once you've finished top coating all the nails, cure in your lamp for the relevant time according to your lamp, and this is the finished article. I hope you've enjoyed this video. It's not been too painful, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. And thank you to all my lovely subscribers. I'm overwhelmed by the response I've had from my Canni gel colours, and I'll hopefully see you all soon. Bye bye.